Oh, hello there, everyone. Welcome to a slightly different stream today. So normally this would be where I'd be loading in Destiny and playing and having some fun times. But Bungie is holding a reveal stream right now, so I want to watch it. Still kind of waiting for it to actually get started right now, but kind of just holding, starting in about 15 minutes or so. I think if I have anything planned in the meantime, should be. Yeah. I did not get much sleep last night, so I'm probably gonna just watch this and then end stream. Just, I need a nap. But meantime, we got this. They always slap with the music. Alright, let's hop over to the picture screen. Ah, forgot to do that. That's the other thing I forgot to do is go here and here. There we go. Perfect. The other funny part of being the currently unemployed person of our clan is I'm responsible for writing the notes on everything and shipping it to all our clanmates who are currently at work. So if you hear me typing in the background, that's probably what I'm doing. Going, they revealed something incredibly cool and an activity and a gun. You know, that sort of stuff. No music. They stopped the music. There we go. Do let me know if the volume's off or anything like that. I can adjust it like usual. Let's see. I think that's most of the highlights for Destiny related stuff. In unrelated projects and stuff that I've been working on, released a new update to Effect MC over the past 24 hours or so. And I just got word officially that the plugin for Stream Deck for the marketplace has been approved, so that update is complete. It adds the set volume effect. So that's available where you download apps, or not apps, mods. I am curious of what they're gonna reveal. It's been quite a bit since that initial story missions, and I really want Mr. X to be okay. Is he's not looking good. He's not looking good. He had a color palette swap. He's not looking good. No one likes a color palette swap. Yeah, for reference, there are drops for the Bungie stream itself. So if you want that drop, you'll need to be on Bungie stream. I don't see it in my chart of active drops. So that's why I'm going to double check that, but want to be aware. See, I'm going to triple check here. Yeah, I don't see it in here. Let's, for funsies, I'll check here. You know. Yeah, I'm not even seeing okay. Great stuff. Yeah, the Festival of the Lost Ghost in the Dark sub bounty is still on. That works with my channel. I know that for sure. Literally, purchasing or gifting one sub gives you the Ghosts in the Dark emblem. Let's see. Yeah, but I do not see the fancy developer stream drop. What was that? Oh, someone's. Yeah. Perfect. Yeah. I'm sure there's gonna be a bunch of blog posts and stuff that go along with this, but music's always so good. All right. Just a few minutes ago, and we're almost there. They're probably all sitting in their seats, ready to go, getting ready, doing final system checks. For reference, I believe the act itself does not go live until next week. This is just the reveal stream. Just waiting for it to switch. Any moment now, they'll get started. Oh, hello? Come on, are we live?
Hello, everyone, and welcome. It's good to see all Guardians. My name's Andy. I work here at Bungie on the social media team, and
Hello.
we're coming to you live here from beautiful Bungie HQ in Bellevue, Washington, with an awesome stream to go ahead and tell you a little bit about what's to come with Act 2 of Episode Revenant. But as usual, worry not. You're not going to just have to sit here and listen to me tell you all about it. We have some fine folks here from the Bungie development team to give you some of the finer points about what we're going to be looking at today. So, without further ado, I vote we go ahead and just dive on into the stream and get this moving along, because there's some cool stuff to show you. Starting with a man that you may know very well. If you've joined us for our Into the Light streams, you've seen him in action before and played his content as well during that time. Associate designer here at Bungie, Noah Lee. How's it going, Noah?
Yeah, great, Andy. Thanks for the introduction. I'm very excited to show off this Act 2 activity. I don't want to spoil too much. We'll get into it.
Yeah.
But I'm excited, so hopefully players will be excited too when we show it off.
Oh, yeah. Can't wait. But before that, for anyone who may not have met you in our past streams, can you tell us just a little bit about who you are and what you do here?
Yeah, so I, as an activity designer,
That was me,
it's in the
don't
name.
worry.
We make the activities that players play, and generally everything that players interact with when you load into an activity is something that activity design has touched.
So
whether that
activity
be
confirmed.
The enemies,
Yay.
the faction you fight, like the encounters, the exact tasks that we're asking you to do, all the way to the objectives and directives, and just general the activity flow.
Nice.
We care a lot about all that, and there's a wide amount of activity designers doing a wide amount of content.
Yeah.
I have the pleasure of being the Act 2 content for
Very exciting. So not just Atlanta where the players play, but Destiny 2 as well.
Exactly. I'm from Atlanta, right?
No, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Okay. I was just trying to make a reference that aged me. That's very cool. Also, next to him as well, we're being joined for the first time by Associate Weapons Designer, the one and only Mr. Taylor Bjorndal. Taylor, how's it going today, man?
It's going great. Good to be here.
For those who may not have met you or don't follow you on Twitter or aren't in part of your raid group sitting right next to you, can you tell us just a little bit about who you are and what you do here at Bungie?
Yeah, Taylor Bjorndal, Associate Web Designer. Been around at Bungie for quite a while, but somewhat new to design. This is my first release as designer. I did some work on the dungeon set for other weapons, and the Splicer and Garden reprises, and then a bunch of exotic changes.
Big fan of
Excited to talk
the
about
Splicer. So thank you for all your hard work on the Splicer stuff. And then next to him, a man that needs no introduction, a friend to all Guardian kind, but we're still going to introduce him anyway. Global community lead here at Bungie, Mr. Dylan Gaffner. Dylan, how's it going, man?
It's going great. I'm
DMG.
awake.
Yeah, a bit of an early morning for us here today, huh?
Yeah, but it was a nice early morning. I'm
Yeah.
excited for this. This is going to be a good show today.
No, man, and I'm very glad you're here. For those that may not already be following you on Twitter or haven't heckled you in the very same avenue for anything recently, can you tell us just a little bit about who you are and what you do here at Bungie?
Yeah, I'm the guy that says we're listening. Ultimately, work with the community team, do a lot of the strategizing, looking at the forward-facing comms and all that, but then work with our community folks, our player support folks, and see what we can talk about when, and work with these guys to get all the goods out and the comms straight. So.
Yeah, huge shout out to your compatriots on the community team, to Cosmo, to Bruno, to David, the whole crew.
Alex, Eduardo as well.
Thank you. That's right. Lest we forget. All right. So we have a lot of stuff to go ahead and move along into. I vote we go ahead and start with you, Noah. Before we dive into the gameplay, just very briefly, we're now about to arrive in Act 2 of Revenant. Can you tell us a little bit about Act 1 and what got us to where we are today?
Absolutely. So as
Supper
players
time.
know, we were tracking down House Salvation on Europa, and we ended up discovering that Fickrel has found a paracausal echo, and he's able to make newly Revenant Scorn from living Elixni as opposed to dead Elixni.
Yeah.
So we went across the system, freeing Elixni from the onslaught. The onslaught of Scorn hordes and, disrupting the Revenant Scorn nest all across the system. Now we're hot on Fickrel's trail, and we've found our way back to the reef. So, some Destiny players that maybe have a longer tenure might have an idea of what Fickrel might be interested in terms of reef-bound system stuff.
Very interesting.
Oh, no.
Which I will say, very conveniently, excellent segue, thank you, leads us to our first batch of gameplay.
Exactly.
Gameplay?
Again, the Destiny vets out there, the Destiny 1 players who may be still with us as well, myself included, we are returning to an activity that's been reprised.
Contest
from Destiny 1
of
days.
Elders.
Noah, can you tell us what we're getting into here?
You said returning. I'd like to say this activity was reimagined.
Yeah.
Instead of it being the Prison of Elders from Destiny 1, this is now a Tomb of Elders. This activity specifically is Contest of Elders, actually. Now, I'm going to want the fire team to hold up a little bit because I want to describe it a little bit for the audience.
Excellent.
So if those who are familiar with things like Deep Dives or The Coil and Riven's Lair from Season 23, this is a similar kind of activity where it's a longer tail, more roguelite activity. one of our design tenets was we wanted to make it as variable as possible.
Yeah.
And we'll go into a lot of what makes it as variable as it is. But in general, it follows a lot of the beats from Prison of Elders and Destiny 1, which is, you know, you go to arenas, complete encounters, and all this while the spooky, scary warden is kind of in your ear, kind of egging you on. Instead of it being barracks, it's the warden servitor. And players are trying to placate this warden rather than, like, rebel against him. So the more you do that he says, you'll actually get more loot, and we'll go into that a little bit more in the future.
Excellent. A lot of chances to test out your Varix impressions, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, we'll hear a little.
Give it time. We'll get there.
Activity modifier and
all right, so let's go ahead and kick things off. So with this, was it basically just bringing back kind of the activity from Destiny 1, same races, same bosses and everything, or what are you guys trying to do?
We wanted to. I think the key that I was really excited about was I had a rule which was we want to keep the best parts of Prison of Elders that people love, the most iconic aspects. So, you know, things like dismantle mines. We might have some fan favorite Taken bosses and other bosses that people remember. But the main thing was being able to modernize it to not only the new Destiny sandbox that we have, but just the new vibe. We're in a vampire hunter season. Why not go back to the derelict Prison of Elders and hunt more vampires? And like you said about factions, in the old Prison of Elders, it was the Fallen, the Cabal, the Hive, the Vex. We don't have the Vex anymore. Instead, it's the Dread now, being led by some Taken forces.
Very cool.
Instead of the regular Cabal, we have the Shadow Legion. Instead of normal Hive, we have the Lucent Hive, and we have the Revenant Scorn instead of the Fallen. So we kind of changed up all the races, and you'll be able to see it. It's really apparent when you go to their arenas, since they're all themed based on the races. So I'm going to bug you about bosses soon, but can you tell us just a little bit about what we're seeing here, whether it's the modifiers or anything like that? I noticed there's obviously a lot of chances to test your skill here against the modifiers you guys have put in. Oh yeah, so we, for those who are familiar with the Legacy Prison of Elders, there were a bunch of modifiers that were on a rotation. Some were kind of beneficial, like Solar Burn, where it was like the enemies give you damage, but you can kind of deal some. And this, all of them are not beneficial to you. And actually, as a quick segue, we saw Urrox there. He was an old Destiny 1 Prison of Elders boss, a Legacy boss. And he's come back as a Lucent Hive Guardian, and we had some other few bosses who have come back from the grave.
I mean, given that he's no longer just a Hive Knight, he's got both the big shields and everything. He's ready to go ahead and be brought back with the power of the light.
And as we just
some
saw,
new challenges.
We have some UI too that we were able to bring back from the Legacy Prison of Elders. Every time you get a new modifier, it appears on the screen in the middle of the screen, and you're able to be like, oh, it's Chill Touch or it's Counterfeit.
That's
we have
huge.
some of the new modifiers that were in episode Revenant that are in here. We got Counterfeit. We got Haste. We got Brawn, if people have had experience with that, and a few other things like Chill Touch, Scrapper. Grounded, a few other things that kind of rotate around.
A lot of opportunities to get good.
Opportunities to run around, grab your ammo, and then turn out it's a bomb. Oops.
I love that one. That's one of my favorite perks, actually.
That never happens to be all the time. No, all right.
It's really nice that it pops up. Though.
Chill Touch right there.
Yeah, I want to shout out. I want to shout out our engineering team for being able to bring this in, and our UI team for kind of everyone came together and had a strike force so that we could bring this back. It was no small feat, but I'm glad it works, as we intended it to.
No, we appreciate it. As someone who intends to spend a ridiculous amount of time in here, thank you, and yours for your hard work.
Absolutely.
So
I kind of wanted to talk about one more thing.
No, different objectives.
How this activity is structured. I'd say it's very close to Riven's Lair. For those who remembered, Riven's Lair, you kind of had a trap room, then an encounter, then another trap room, then a boss. In this, it's slightly more action focused. So we have, as we saw, that cryopod encounter first. Then you'll have a faction encounter. It'll take you to a random arena throughout the prison. It's still shaped like the spokes, like in the original Prison of Elders. Then you'll have a short traversal section, and then you'll have a boss. And then after that, you will get pulled into the warden's office and get your loot, and then run around the loop again. In every single encounter, you're going to have a challenge, and for bosses specifically, you're going to have a critical objective. And that kind of all goes into like this in-activity reputation system that's called the Warden's Judgment. When you read the rules, for all my players who like to read, you can see what that is, but I know people don't read, so I'm going to try to explain it the best I can.
Why were you staring right at me when you said that? That's so weird.
I don't read either.
Okay.
I literally will look at it and I'll be like,
I'll figure.
Launch. So the Warden's Judgment is a pretty simple but kind of complicated mechanic we have that's meant to address some of the feedback that we've gotten from the coil specifically. So for those who are very experienced with that activity, people were very much questioning, how do you get to the wish chamber? Like, how many wishing glass you need to get? Like, if you felt like you didn't get the loot goblin, you were like, oh, I didn't get the wish chamber. We found out statistically that most people had already surpassed the threshold they need to get to the wish chamber, but it just missing out things. felt bad, and it initially kind of like hampers your desire to keep going because you might be like, well, I don't want to get to the very end and see if I didn't get to it.
Right. Yeah.
So to address that, the Warden's Judgment is kind of like a inactivity way to check how well you're doing. There will be a buff on the top of your screen, and it'll kind of dictate how well you're doing. So when you complete a challenge or a bonus objective, your Warden's Judgment will increase. It can get all the way up to favor times 1 to 3. If you do not complete the objective within the time limit, you will go down a level. And if you're in Warden's Punishment, the activity gets a little bit easier. We have less elites, less mini bosses, and our high value targets that are called model prisoners will be elites, and they give you a revive token on death.
Okay.
But the better you do, we have more things that are going to try to hamper you. We'll have traps in the arena. We'll have increased mini bosses, and when you're at favor times 3, the ultimate test, because you want to stay at that the whole time for max rewards. Your bonus objective time limits will be reduced by around 30%.
Okay.
So some things may take, maybe you have 2.5 minutes to complete something, and then it becomes 2 minutes. Or you have a minute and 30 seconds, and maybe it becomes just a minute. It gets a little bit tougher. Exactly. But that's kind of the core about this activity that makes it cool. People say that these activities kind of take a long time. Sometimes you have 40, 50, maybe 60-minute activities. The better you do, the Warden can actually allow you to skip an encounter. And we've had in playtests, we've had runs that can last 28 minutes, 30 minutes, and that's when you're getting the most rewards. So this is kind of promoting like maybe you'll get bad luck and have some bad encounters, but the more you run it, you'll get more experience. You'll understand kind of how the flow is, and you'll be able to get a lot of rewards really fast and kind of experience the whole prison of elders in this new light.
Yeah,
really cool.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
Build into it a bit.
Yeah.
I mean, on one hand, to the community, what was that again? 28 minutes, you said?
28.
All right. When it comes out next week, the issue
They'll
has been
blow past
challenged.
that. They'll blow past.
No, I'm sure, but still, it's best to issue
Wait
a challenge.
for the solo run. Too.
Yeah,
If
like,
you,
oh, I did this in 15
if you can solo it in under 28 minutes, I will give you a title that I bestowed of very few people. You will be that guy. And I will at you on Twitter or something.
all right, well,
not in game. Just gonna,
not in game.
Yeah,
Not in
this
game.
is just like a imaginary title.
Yeah, I made that up just now. Sorry.
He'll say it on Twitter. Blazing
On
Muffins
Twitter.
will give you a shout out on Twitter. But no, so it's kind of nice to have the opportunity to sort of, I guess, if you're learning the activities, if you're kind of just, getting beaten down a little bit, you have a chance to build yourself up a bit, kind of get a sense of the battle arena, the mechanics in place. That way, as you kind of build yourself up, that higher Warden's favor.
That's pretty cool.
Showing one of my favorite features,
Please.
which we tried to give every boss a cool intro. So this boss descends in from a thresher from the ceiling. So every enemy race has their own kind of mechanic. So the Hive, generally their mechanics revolve around portals in the arena. The Cabal are all about getting these explosive charges and blowing up things that are like immune. We'll see the Dreads in a second, but the Scorns are about like getting these explosive canisters and kind of making a makeshift explosive. Internally, I like to call it the junkyard fantasy because like it's kind of like all junky and rusted and stuff.
Tinkering and putting it together.
You put it together, and then it makes this really cool. Shout out Mikola for doing this. He also made Liminality Strike, so shout out to him. He made a really cool thing where like you see the explosion trail like kind of get to the big explosive.
Like a fuse.
Yes, it's so cool.
No, I have to ask, why did it have to be a Thresher? Because I'm having some memories from Neomuna. This is scaring me already.
Well, Threshers are cool, and it's just, it's cool to have different boss silhouettes in Destiny. We don't often actually fight a Thresher as a boss, and the Thresher's not even the true boss, as we see a Scion and his Scion goons are the actual main bosses for this fleet. So this is like kind of the quasi mechanic there, where it's like, you start off, you gotta kill the Thresher, and then, it's gone. We got like one of those
a multi-phase boss.
Scions pop out and you can deal with them now.
I imagine just that the unstoppable Thresher meme basically just popping up again, right? Yeah. So I mean, I gotta ask as well. Like this is an opportunity to kind of bring back this activity from Destiny 1 to kind of look at what was best about it.
We got something actually cool to show right here. Also.
Please, dive in.
So players are probably very much like, why is the screen green?
Fair.
So critical objectives have been massively increased in like complexity, I believe. So every time a boss starts, there's just a timer ticking down that we're not showing you, and then a critical objective will spawn. If you complete them or fail them, your Warden's Judgment will react accordingly. But what we ask you to do for these critical objectives are much more dangerous than like our normal stuff, which is like maybe get
breathe the poison.
Get kills with the Scorch Cannon. This one is a certain level and below. All of it will be poison gas that does damage to you over time. And the only way to turn it off is you have to turn off the switches that are also in the poison gas. So the warden servitor will be like, warning, poison gas, or whatever. And when you come in, and it's
You've
like,
done
oh,
that
God.
before. All right.
Yes,
That's
all the time.
Yeah.
I've been at home just like by myself, just doing a Varix impression, like to like nothing, and I'm like,
That's how I'm going to talk to my cat exclusively now.
exactly.
I can just tell.
I think he'll get a little scared.
Oh boy.
It's okay. He has to exist around me anyway. He's well prepared.
I just think of insect like chattering in the
Yeah.
subtitles. That's all I got in my brain.
Chittering, chattering. I don't know. It's
And we see the
insect like
warden's office. So that's what I call. That's not what it's called,
The
but that's what I like
principal's
to call it.
office.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every time you complete a boss, you will get pulled to this chamber where the warden will reward you based on how well you've done. This
Yeah.
fire team has done very well. So they get 3 chests, and you get a rally banner that allows you to like kind of refresh your super and ammo and stuff
Yeah.
before the next round.
Yeah.
And as we saw, we have like judgment, calculating, punishment protocol averted. If you're in the warden's punishment while he's judging you in this
Yeah.
like kind of Monopoly style like mini game, a punishment will happen. I don't want to spoil what that is,
No,
but
no.
I think it'll be very smart. But as we see, they were able to skip the cryopod encounter. If you were like at a neutral or below, you would have to do that cryopod encounter again. But our fire team is good enough to skip it. So if you keep that momentum, you're able to skip that encounter every single time and kind of go through the prison much faster than you would normally.
Yeah, yeah.
And an
all right,
encounter
really
skip?
quickly, also, please feel free to keep jumping back in. I know there's a lot of stuff we're going to be checking out.
there's a
But
lot.
Taylor, I want to quickly bug you. With the arrival of Act 2, we're going to have a couple of new weapons, a few new weapons being added to the overall loot pool. Can you tell us a little bit about kind of the new season, or pardon me, Act weapons, rather, that we're going to be having available to us?
Yeah, sure. So we have like 2 new seasonal weapons or act weapons.
Got the SMG and the shotgun.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
There's an arc precision SMG, and then there's a
Attrition orbs, right?
attrition orb. Yeah, it's got a bunch of perk rolls on it, which we'll get to in a second. And then
Attrition
a
orb's
void
nice.
precision shotgun, which has some Dust Rock blue jeans. If you,
Very nice.
Eugene.
yeah,
Very.
if you, we'll probably see the model in a few minutes, but
Yeah.
the resemblance is uncanny.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of cool rolls for both of these, both for PvE and
Yeah,
PvP.
let's take a quick look.
So this one's got the new arc perk, jolting feedback. It's also got loose change, attrition orbs, and a few other things that really synergize pretty well. You can get like the jolt
Nice.
on and then loose change procs.
Yeah.
And it just loops into itself.
Yeah.
And then the shotgun, it's got a bunch of rolls both for PvE and PvP. You can get slide shot closing time. You can get Discord destabilizing rounds, and with the shotgun changes that we did in this
Yeah.
release,
Vision frame. Nice.
will probably serve you pretty well. in
Yeah.
places.
Having dusted off my 7th Seraph CQC, I want to say thank you
Ooh, it's
for those
classic.
changes, honestly. Yeah, never gets old.
It's nice how such a small change can actually make a pretty big difference.
Yeah,
especially when it's
seriously.
not even more damage.
Yeah. Also, with regard to the new shotgun, obviously PvP or PvE rather is going to get some nice buffs. You were saying the repulsor brace, volatile rounds.
Yep.
Accept those. But at any rate, there was a PvP role you were talking about earlier as well. Like it's going to have a lot of versatility in the same.
Oh yeah,
class.
it's got a lot of rolls and it's precision frames, so I know it's like the most popular right now for PvP.
Yeah, been getting killed by those a lot these days. So in addition to these 2 new act weapons getting added to the pool, there's also one of the reprised ones as well that I'm personally pretty excited about from Season of the Splicer coming back, Grid Skipper.
Yes.
Grid
Mike,
skip
go.
by?
Yeah, so go ahead.
Yay.
Yeah, I have a very personal connection to this gun, so it was like one of my favorite things. I actually worked on helped work on the original set of these
Yeah.
when they first came out. But
Yeah.
I did the rolls on these.
Let's take a quick
It's
look.
got some classics from the past, but also
Still
some
use
new
my Chroma
rolls.
Rush.
Also, it's got a lot of options for both PvE and PvP.
Mm-hmm.
Get some Zen Element Headseeker for PvP, would probably be pretty nice.
That's what I'm going to be going for.
My original classic roll was Killing Wind multi-kill clip, which with the new Splice Origin will work pretty well.
Yeah.
I'm a compulsive reloader myself, so manning the pulse and getting that Splicer Surge going after a couple kills, it pretty much like negates the major downside of rapid fire pulses of being like pretty low handling and reload baseline.
That was the role you talked about in the TWID, right?
Probably, yeah.
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 Of all the people, you chose the legendary weapon instead. Good
Yeah,
job.
yeah. So,
Yeah, so for
with the
context,
past, talking about if you could have one weapon made a replica,
That's a nice origin tree.
what would you want? A bunch of other people said exotic, and I was the guy that said Grid Skipper.
I mean, it's a great answer.
I love
Correct
this gun.
choice.
Yeah, honestly. Yeah. There's no wrong choice in theirs, but yours was very correct. Let's be very clear.
A couple new PvE rolls as well. But,
Yeah.
there's a lot to look forward to. I'm going to be grinding this a lot.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
want to
boy.
interject real quick because we're at a good time.
Yeah.
So this is the fire team went through it earlier, but this is a traversal section. So these are different than how they were in the coil. I also want to shout out every player who died to my spike traps in the coil. I did that on purpose.
How dare
Don't feel bad.
There's a lot of grudges being built in chat right now in real time. It's,
Yeah, I don't feel bad.
you're like an evil DM, honestly. It's so.
It's fun. It's not
Feel
fun
your
to them.
ears
It's fun to
burning
be.
at like 2 a.m. and it's me screaming at my ceiling. Noah, why did you do that?
Exactly. I
just-
see all the comments and I'm like.
He just smiles. Yeah, he just feels bad. Warms
Drinks
up
the
his
gamer tears.
These are these are much shorter than they were in the coil, but their goal is in Contest of Elders specifically, not Tomb of Elders, which is like 1 lap.
Yeah.
These have their own challenges that players have to complete. So for this one, it was kill every enemy, defeat every enemy that's there. There are some that's like collect a bunch of like fallen lights. I can't remember what they're called. Yeah. They're like energy signals, or like defeat a boss within a certain amount of time. So it's just more things to kind of challenge you and make these, like transitionary spaces a little bit more interesting. And so we have like the piece de resistance right here. My son, everyone will be very excited to see this. This is one of my favorite intros.
The grand reveal. Yeah, let's see
Exactly.
here.
Oh.
And you were saying the Dread and the Taken are working together in this one, right?
I'd say the Taken are kind of taking the helm of the Dread right now, not because like they're stronger or anything, but because like Psylocke is just more experienced with the prison. I feel like
honestly.
he's a he was a model inmate.
Yeah.
So they were like rapping
Oh,
from the best.
boy.
All the warden likes him.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. He was always available
This is
for,
gonna be
for
crazy.
work after hours. He was hanging out in the library, reading
Exactly.
up on the law, right? Yeah.
Yeah, he was doing his
Yeah.
Yeah.
community service, all the works.
So what's the mechanic we're seeing at play here as well, by the
So
way?
this mechanic is a bad pun. So for everyone who loves Rift or really has even played Excision, instead of Spark Runner buff, it is Dark Runner, where you're picking up splinters.
That's
You're picking
perfect.
up darkness splinters that give you stacks of Dark Runner up to like ×3, where it'll say like Dark Runner max. And then you dunk them in a Rift, and it changes based on like the encounter. For the normal Dread encounter, just something different. But in this, Psylocke will have a
another,
shield.
Different objective. It's happening right now too.
Oh yeah, we got the Rifleman is a critical objective, and the thing with that is there will be clones of the Rifleman that spawn around the arena.
Yeah.
You have to find the real one, but the clone's damage is real too. So
Yeah.
you got to make sure that you're not in their line of sight.
Yeah.
All these critical objectives
Oh,
are
boy.
meant to be pretty tough.
Yeah, they're not supposed to go easy on you.
Yeah, I mean
It's
they're
not called-
critical.
It's not the sandbox of elders, it's the tomb.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Thank you.
They die.
Loving how
Yeah.
dynamic all this is too, because even like through our practice runs and all that, we've seen a bunch of different modifiers and different objectives
Yeah.
pop up.
This is if I was to describe what design's goal was for this in one word,
Yeah.
it would be variable. There's so much that can change from a given run. Is really trying to embody roguelike.
This actually
to,
looks
like,
really
its
fun. I
fullest.
am looking
You'll
forward to
have
this.
different pathways every
Yeah.
time, which is like you'll go to different cell blocks in different orders.
Yeah.
You'll have different objectives that'll pop up, different critical objectives, and you'll have different modifiers and like all this stuff. And based on how well you do, the dynamic, like enemies are harder or easier based on how well you do. Like it's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot, and I hope players can I'm looking at Idato and Astacross, make a good guide for this.
Yeah.
Because this is a big one. But
Yeah.
I think that the more people play, they'll kind of understand the mode
Yeah.
a lot more, and there's a lot to offer, I think. And we're not going to show the treasure chamber, unfortunately, but that's kind of the whole thesis. We want everyone to get to that treasure chamber and
Yeah.
feel like however they played, they can get paid out based on how well they did.
Definitely.
And my goal was, even if you're at the worst level, if you're at Warden's Punishment ×3, you're able to get to the max rewards in 1 lap.
Yeah. Just might take you a little bit longer.
Yeah,
might
you
be
just
a
have
little
to
more
be kind of
stress.
dialed in.
Yeah.
It'll be the phrasing of like, oh, I'm not angry, I'm just disappointed.
Exactly.
You got to earn these
You
rewards.
got to say it in a Varric's voice, though, too.
Oh, I'm not.
The
We'll get
Warden
back
has
to that.
so many lines. I want to shout out Olivia on narrative for writing all the lines. He
Yeah.
has, I think, I don't even know. I'm not going to make a number up right now, but he has a bunch, and they
lot, yeah.
range from being, I'm very proud of you, to come on, man, you got to do a little better than that.
Yeah,
it kind of
honestly.
pushes you to kind of just
I
wanna
like
make
that the
him
loot
proud.
room
Yeah.
is the
He's
same
not
where
mad,
you
he's just
space.
disappointed.
Yep,
right?
yep.
Yeah, exactly. Dylan is the father here. He's used to saying that to me.
I don't use the slang like you do.
I mean, I got that Skibbity Ohio riz, unfortunately.
Oh,
but
What was that?
moving right along. Actually, while we have a second here, Taylor, I wanted to go ahead back to you.
Yeah.
Actually, we've got some new artifact mods joining this time around as well. Do you mind if we take a look and kind of walk through and see what we got here?
Yeah. So we've got the last episode. Sorry. We have a new row unlocking in Act 2. These are all close quarters themed. So we've
Yeah.
got a discount for all your melee mods, an improvement to emergency reinforcements, which I think is like you get a heal when you're low health. We've got
Oh, boy.
a way to get armor charge while you're surrounded.
Ooh.
The boost there gives you more weapon handling and charge rate for swords.
And the boost comes from tonics, right?
Yeah, so there'll be new tonics.
Nice.
This I think is a variant of one of the older mods that is when you break a combatant shield, you get an orb power, and then the boost on this actually is going to be really nice, which
That's
is
huge.
you give an orb power or elemental pickup or tangle, gives you a bit of health, which kind of replicates the leg armor mods, which you can like run both, or this can free you up a slot with that. I know like I'm running Stasis Hunter with the new helmet, and that's going to be pretty good for that, and also just for staying alive and this activity since it's kind of spicy.
Someone who's been a very punchy punch hunter these days with my Rorschach build, as I call it. Yeah, those there's a lot of mods in this row that I'm really looking forward to having.
Tomb of Elders activities are very claustrophobic. I think shotguns in close range is definitely going to be king here.
I can't wait.
What's the buzzword? Enemy density.
Yes. The density in Destiny is just getting there.
And then arc compounding, which I believe was maybe in an older artifact, which is arc sources deal more damage to blinded targets, which might actually pair really well with the changes that got done to Exteris, since the moths there will be blind to blind for yourself, and then also it's a grenade launcher, so it kind of gets to double dip with all the grenade launcher mods in this.
And to that end as well, quickly for anyone who may not read through every patch note necessarily, quick update, what were the changes you guys made to Exteris?
Yeah, we did some QL stuff, get a little bit more ammo, but the main thing was flattening out the projectile behavior a bit, so it goes a little bit higher velocity, less gravity, so you can more easily hit stuff from range. And then if you get multiple direct hits quickly, you also get a moth in the same way that you would on the kill trigger. So let's scale into some higher difficulty content a bit easier, and it does some work if you have like one big target to just lay into.
Yeah. All right, we're going to get back to some gameplay here in a second, but really quickly before we move on as well, we were talking before the show, there are some changes happening to roaming supers as well.
Yeah. So you may have seen earlier we had our Warlock here on Stasis Lock, but one of the things we're doing in this Act 2 patch is we're buffing all the roaming supers. So for context, that's like your Storm Trance, Vista Havoc, where you're in the super for a while, versus the one-shot supers like Nova Bomb, Tether, etc. We're making a change so that the damage-based rechargers, specifically in PvE.
Right, yes, only in PvE, not PvE.
You'll be charged, like through active combat, you'll be charging the roaming supers, but like 2 to 3 times faster than normal.
Yeah.
So it's like a pretty big swing with the kind of the idea that you want to move these a little bit closer to your neutral game.
Yeah.
Or something you feel more comfortable popping like on cooldown.
Yeah.
So you don't feel like you need to keep it for when you kind of need it. You can use it pretty actively because you can get it back ready. Like relatively quickly.
Yeah, you used the I think a great analogy earlier of like it's not the hyper potion in your backpack you hold on to forever because you need it.
We want to try and break that habit. We understand it's like it's a hard habit to kick.
As someone again who uses the super basically only in the final phase of any boss fight.
It's years and years of Destiny have trained me very well to do that too. So it was interesting seeing in playtests because took people a bit to kind of adapt to it, but once we got used to it.
That means my build I have will be even better.
Back, it was like a lot of fun because it opens up a lot more things too. Because like now there's a bunch of exotics that are tied to roaming supers that are just instantly more valuable without needing to change a whole lot of stuff.
Totally,
so it shakes things up. Get some options.
Nice.
It sounds enticing for like Onslaught, Coil, Tomb of Elders. Like now you have more head clear stuff.
Contest of Elders.
The objective is speed. Versus just like burst damage or something.
Right. And just upping that versatility factor, honestly, of all things, you know?
Just bringing some other stuff kind of back in the limelight.
Yeah, no, very excited. The build crafters out there in the audience, you've got your work cut out for you now. Go ahead and start adjusting those variables in your various spreadsheets and everything.
I was about to say the same thing. When I see the spreadsheets, when I eat lunch, I sometimes just put on a video and I'm like, let me see what the meta is.
Care about.
Dear Mactix, tell me what my build is today. No.
Then you have Bjorndal internally where it's like, what's my meta going to be in a month? What should I start saving now?
I will admit, I had also, when I got a sneak peek at Alethanim, I went home that day and built like a stasis loadout just in preparation for it, more or less. The stand-in was I can't remember the name of it. At any rate, but the exotic scout rifle.
Oh wait, what? Demon's Tale or
from Season of the Deep?
Oh, Wicked Implement.
Thank you, Wicked Implement. There we go. This is.
Sorry, I had to.
Thank you.
Scroll back my brain a bit.
I appreciate it. There's only one scout rifle in my brain, and it's just the dead man's tail. So
that's why we were just talking about that earlier. I went to that.
Yeah. All right, so we've obviously got a lot of great stuff arriving with the season in terms of the activity and weapons. But Dylan, I want to turn my attention solely to you. In addition to the cool content being added, you've got some notes prepared. I see. We've got some cool stuff to go ahead.
Have notes.
There it is.
Oh no,
Everyone
you held
get
up a
your
piece of
memes
paper.
going. We
Sorry,
have got
Dano.
some cool stuff arriving in the form of. Let's go ahead and start from the top. We're doing a partnership with Street Fighter.
Yeah.
Coming up. Can you tell us a little bit about the cool stuff that we're going to have available through that partnership?
Maybe.
All right. Well, what if I ask? Please, may you tell us?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay,
I mean,
there we go. All
so
right.
you've seen a few things through gameplay. We have a bunch of cosmetics. Like the first thing you can see here is a wonderful set of ghosts. So we got your Cammy, Ryu, your Chun-Li. I wouldn't want my ghost to get into a fist fight with the with any of the bosses really, but that one looks like they could take.
The Ryu
one,
one's
right?
pretty swole, I gotta say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna punch every face of the witness.
There's a lot, so you better get to work.
Yeah. And then one of our players has actually been running around with a Blanca helmet, which is, so it's not one class that gets this. It's going to be universal ornament. The helmet goes on all characters, Hunter, Titan, Warlock, which is going to be great. And then with the roaming super changes, like, yeah, you can throw on your Titan Arc Super, you can throw on Storm Trance, and
Yeah.
go and kind of role play with some of that electricity, right?
Yeah, honestly. Yeah, just really live up that fantasy of being Blanca after all this time. Maybe not as swole as him necessarily, but still, it's a step in the right direction.
Right.
For yourself, Andy.
Okay, stop. All right.
Yeah,
we
they're,
all know, Noah, that you're just way cooler than all of us. Okay, stop rubbing it in.
As long as we know.
Nice.
Yeah, great.
So
Yeah, great.
yeah, great. So there are also 3 finishers. You might have seen those sprinkled in through the gameplay. Lightning kick, spinning bird, Hadouken. I
What
can't do that.
are you doing over here, Dylan? Thank
You
Was
can
my-
Hadouken.
My attempt worse than the joke, or
Significantly
We'll
better.
leave the comments.
Yeah.
Significantly better. Yeah.
Yeah.
then we
get
got some emotes that we can show off too, which are a pretty good time.
Yeah, let's see here. We'll see what we can see here. If gameplay's on screen, anyway.
There
So,
we go.
There we go. Yes. All right. So we've got some emotes to show off as well. Let's start with the group emote here.
This one's
I love
Time
the
to fight.
The health bars are so good.
And winner. God. And then we got a bonus level, bonus round.
That's
Let's
right.
go.
Yeah. It's not exactly a Honda Civic, but it's just as much fun to go ahead and beat
I
up.
want to do a shout out to every Guardian in the tower, 1997 Honda Civic Adept. I see you. I love you.
It's an important role to play, honestly. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so good. This is going to be my new Trials intro. I can already tell.
Right.
Honestly.
Then we actually have a segue on screen already with the armor that has been adorned.
Yeah, well, let's go ahead and just rotate over there. With the arrival as well of this act, the Dawning is going to be making its return as well on December 10th, I believe.
Let me check my notes. Yes, December 10th. Yeah, 10 a.m. right at reset. We'll have the Dawning coming back. The wonderful theme for our armor is going to be a celestial space dragon, which is really great. And then the team did a bunch of really good work on
looks so nice.
shader application. We've seen your feedback tons of times on, hey, I want my shaders to look pretty on all the armor that I'm getting.
Yeah.
This knocks it out of the park, especially with that celestial star map in the
Ooh.
mix. So
Yeah.
each
was gonna-
class is going to get their dragon on. It's going to be a great time.
Oh.
These armor sets you can get for silver or bright dust. So if you've been doing all your Pathfinders, shout out to the team on the Pathfinder changes in the last episode launch.
I
lots of bright
want-
dust, so
Yes.
you can get these armors pretty quick. And then Dawning, yeah, we're gonna have your favorite cookie baking activities coming back,
Right.
going around to all of your different vendors, giving them nice treats, giving some raisins to Eris, that
Yeah.
kind of stuff.
Right.
There have been a couple of quality of life changes that I want to call out from the team. Let's see here. Let's see. Dark Frosting. So it's not just going to be Stasis anymore. Both of your Darkness subclasses, Strand and Stasis, are going to make that easier. And then for every Guardian out there that's been saying, hey, this specific ingredient is not dropping for me, we're upping the drop rates for all
Excellent.
those. So if
Thank
you're
you.
using Void, trying to get that null taste or whatever,
And we are.
you'll start getting that a little
Yes.
more frequently.
I never had any issue.
Stop it. Okay. Don't
Well,
leave it
yeah,
up.
you're the lucky one.
Yeah.
Built different.
Devly.
Classic Taylor. Geez. Yeah, the Deathloop. Yeah.
Dawning Ingrams are coming back. We have Focusing. You can actually earn double perks as well. So if you're trying to get the
Oh,
new
nice.
linear fusion rifle with some spicy rolls, it's going to be nice to earn a pathway to a couple in the
Double
columns. But
perks.
if we could get a preview.
Yeah. Let's take a look.
Yeah. So Adaptive Burst, beautiful fusion rifle. There's already actually a pretty spicy roll on the screen right now. So on the left column, internally we call it Box Weaken.
Like box breathing.
What's the actual?
Withering gaze.
Withering Gaze. So aim down sights for a bit, and then you
left
can.
column specifically.
Oh, sorry,
is
left.
Really nice.
You can weaken your targets, and then in the right column, bait and switch. So amp up your damage, weaken your target. That's actually going to be a pretty spicy roll. Vice Singer 2 to get a bunch of your ammo back. But if you're actually worried about ammo, Envious Arsenal, it's one of the hottest perks of this season, or of this episode. Sorry, this act. Those are going to pair really well in this.
No one can
linear
get the
that's
name
coming out.
right.
Bait and switch has become the darling child of my heavy ammo slot, honestly. So I'm excited to see this. Also, I think we were talking earlier, after being such big fans of Stormcaller, seeing another adaptive burst linear fusion rifle on the map was pretty exciting, honestly. Storm Chaser. Thank you, Storm Chaser. My mistake.
Yeah, shout
That
out
was a
to
test. You passed.
Storm-themed content in that game, if you haven't noticed.
one of my buddies out in Midwest. He actually does some storm chasing as a hobby. So he's like, I need that gun.
I remember that, yeah.
Yeah, and then outside of the new weapon, there are going to be a bunch of reprised weapons with new roles. So your fusion rifle, pulse rifle, glaive, sword, and the machine gun. Big shout out to Lego LaFlash. He's my go-to content creator for fusion rifle rolls and Glacioclasm. You may see it in the Crucible, may shake your fist at it a couple times, but there are going to be some more rolls.
After seeing you in that Bungie Foundation stream, just mopping the floor with people with fusions, I fully expect this to be added into your
Full on
inventory as
dad
soon as
loadout,
possible.
man.
Yeah.
Rifle, fusion rifle, let's go.
Nothing wrong with it.
We can't be friends anymore.
I mean, on Glacioclasm, there's going to be Lone Wolf closing time. So push out that range, tighten up that cone. It's going to be great.
Stop it right now. You're
probably
giving
gonna
everyone
think
ideas,
it's not,
Dylan.
but-
Okay?
Sorry, what was that?
It's tough enough to get to the lighthouse these days. You're giving everyone ideas, all right?
Yeah, I hope they come in and ruin my day. It makes for great clips. Yeah, and I mean, so strange coins are actually going to be added to the Dawning Gifts as well.
Yeah.
So,
nice.
like with Festival of the Lost, you could get the exotic class items with candy and that kind of stuff. With Dawning, you're going to get higher drop rate of those strange coins from giving out those gifts, and then you can go to Xur, you can get your exotic class items or the Zerf board actually too.
Oh, nice. So we can...
It's not necessarily a catch-up mechanic, but we know, hey, you might not be going into strikes or Crucible and earning strange coins, so we're trying to spread the love a bit.
Nice.
So
We'll get what we deserve.
I keep
Pretty
setting
good.
you up
Yeah.
for these, and then I
know.
just regret.
No, thank you. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll do you a solid. Set you up for one. We have one more cool little thing actually. There's a new fashion set that's being added to Act 2 as well. The players have been pretty excited about it. They may have caught wind of it, but can you tell us a little bit about what we're seeing here, Dylan?
So, by the power of the moon, the team has done absolute beautiful work on some Doki Doki Destiny sets. We got your Warlock and your Titan there, showing off their fashion, pondering an orb, if you will. But yeah, I mean, this has been a set long time coming. We hope players enjoy throwing on some bows, some ribbons, and just having a fun time in fashion. If you want to go super black and be gothic cutesy set, that's going to be...
It's a great time for that, honestly.
Yeah, right.
This is available through Silver.
This is going to be Silver and Bright Dust.
And
so
Bright Dust,
again,
okay.
Yeah, if you're going in doing your Pathfinders, all that kind of stuff, yeah, it'll be available in the Eververse for Bright Dust or Silver.
Gonna be a good time.
Live your best fashion life.
Right.
Can't
Fashion is the true end game.
Destiny is going to be really dialing
Let's
it up.
see. Any other notes? Oh, I do want to give a shout out.
Oh, please.
Yeah, I mean, like at the top of the show, I was saying I'm an emissary of the team, but ultimately there are a ton of people that make cool content. Like we have Noah Taylor here right now, but big thank you to Mike Profeta, Joshua B, CJ Payne, Brad Fisher, Mercules, and Michelle on test as well for working on a bunch of these sandbox changes, a bunch of these Dawning goodies.
Yeah.
There are a ton of unsung heroes at Bungie, from IT to like the folks behind the stream and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It's a group effort, and I'm really excited for what's to come.
Yeah.
So.
No, I mean, it's nice. Let's make those thankless jobs ones that get a lot of thanks. Honestly, they deserve it for all the
I have
hard
a
work
shout
they've
out
done.
also. I want to
Please.
shout out
Same.
Keenan for everything you saw in Tomb of Elders and contest. Every arena, he had made it himself, and it is beautiful as we've seen. So I want to shout out Keenan and Olivia. I already shouted her out earlier, but I'll just do it again.
Never hurts. Yeah. Taylor, anyone you got for you?
Yeah, Vivian on the Scorn Weapons and that Origin perk.
Yeah.
Matt Dowling for all his work on the release.
Yeah.
And then Denny for something we might talk about in a bit.
Interesting.
We'll get to that.
What an interesting little tease that is.
Yeah, I mean, teams are stronger than heroes is one of the Bungie pillars.
Yeah.
And it's like in the game, this is where you see it in full force because everything is made by so many hands.
Yeah, honestly, that's something I always say is nothing ever happens here in a vacuum, right? Like it takes a lot of people to come together. This coalescence of technical and artistic skills, like really make a lot of cool stuff happen. So, we'll obviously make sure and give additional thanks at the end, but to our compatriots at Bungie that are here even now, working hard, continuing to build all of the next chapters of Destiny, thank you all so much. We appreciate it.
Do I have any other notes?
Do you have any other notes?
I think. Oh yeah, last thing. We've had a lot of players asking about Iron Banner.
Oh, right. Thank you.
Yeah, November 26th. So the week after the Act launches, we'll have Iron Banner coming back with a new armor set and a couple new weapons that a certain somebody might have
A couple
details
new
on.
weapons. Can you give us a tease? There was a sidearm. I remember we were
Yeah,
talking
I
about a
need
little bit earlier. Yeah.
Stasis, rocket sidearm with choke clip. I think some people have already found that, but yeah, that'll be available soon
I just like all those words,
to
honestly. on
forever
their own.
sit in that slot.
Yeah, I cannot wait, honestly.
Combine is-
Archon Thunder, baby. Get your machine gun on.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, okay, all right. It's been a while. Just even the look of that one, honestly, I'm smitten by, but
Yeah.
that nice classic solar.
Ooh,
Respawn
this
is
is
a lot
gonna
of
be
fun.
We'll have a
spicy.
ton of twids between now and end of December when we go dark, but we'll have a bunch of stuff on Iron Banner. Dawning, all the goodies in there. We have a bake-off event that's going to be going on in the game where you can earn some cosmetics and emblems.
Yeah.
And, yeah, we have a lot of good content in this act going through the end of the year.
Very nice. Excellent. Well, we also, as is the case with these streams, we're getting near the end of our agenda here for today. But as is the case typically, we're going to leave you with just one more thing as well. Now, as a quick heads up, the launch of Act 3, pardon me, is going to be on January 7th. So given that that's right after 2025 rolls around, many of us will be at home spending time with our families and loved ones, or if you're like me, sitting around just playing more Destiny. So as a result, we won't be actually having an Act 3 stream, so unmark those calendars for the stream, but make sure you log in that day, because with the arrival of Act 3, shortly after the arrival, or right when it launches, we'll defer that to a twid to make sure we get that date spot on, there's going to be a new exotic weapon quest arriving as well, and with it, a new exotic shotgun as well that we're going to actually take a look at here today. Now, the name of the quest we're not going to spoil for you because it has some story implications, but Taylor, I'd love to
Yeah.
put you on the spot real quick. Can you tell us a little bit about what we're looking at here?
Yeah, so this is Slayer's Fang. It's a pretty unique slug shotgun, where it fires a single slug round that once it impacts a target or a surface like environment, the slug shatters in a
Wow.
bunch of secondary projectiles. And then once you get a kill, you get true sight for a short period of time, and then the shattered projectiles will weaken targets that they hit, and they get a bit smarter with their tracking.
Very nice.
A pretty unique reload
Yeah.
for
Are
a
you
shotgun.
putting a crystal in that?
Yeah, it's like a small void crystal. Like I think the theme is like the projectiles are like hitting
Oh.
surface and they shatter into bits.
Yeah.
We went
Whoa.
down as a
Wow.
squad of 9. We're turned into void
Yep.
crystals and are now in an exotic weapon.
Yeah, we turn
Turn
gods
everything
into
and everyone.
yeah.
Ow.
around here.
Like guns or bullets or
Yeah.
something.
A worm.
But,
A very sassy word
yeah,
at that, but-
also fully reloads the gun with the reload.
I was gonna ask.
It's not shell by shell.
Yeah, was it the whole? So it's the whole magazine up front, not necessarily. Okay. I'm already mentally trying to build this into as many loadouts as I possibly
Oh,
can.
yeah.
if I'm being
Your
honest.
Falcon? Yeah.
Very curious if no backup plans Titans might
Mm-hmm.
happen.
Well, they will now. Jeez.
Yeah. Also benefits from the shotgun changes that happen.
Yeah, that's true.
Actually,
Honestly.
like reasonable range to use this.
Is this
Yeah.
craftable?
Yes, yeah. So like kind of the past couple quests I've done with this, like Choir 1, etc. Be a bunch of things to do in the
Nice.
activity, intrinsic levels to unlock, and a handful of catalysts that have some interesting interactions with how the gun works itself.
Very nice. All right, so the theory crafters in the audience are going to have plenty to sink their teeth into.
Yes,
Yeah.
and a few other maybe secret things to do.
Maybe secret things. All right, that's cool. Well, when
Like
they
maybe secret.
maybe secrets are maybe cool.
I like
Things for you to find out.
Yeah, we'll wait for the YouTubers to make their Pepe Sylvia wall of all the different secrets that exist in there at some point. But for now, that actually leads us to the end of our series of events. My page of notes has gone ahead and concluded. So today we actually had a quick chance to go ahead and dive in and take a look, at a little bit of what's to arrive with Act 2 of
Take a
episode
look.
Revenant. Huge thanks to Noah for walking us through the Contest of Elders and the new
great.
Team of Elders. Much appreciated. Taylor, thank you a ton for walking us through some of the weapons that are going to be arriving, along with some other sandbox changes that are going to be going along. with it.
Absolutely.
This is looking like a good update.
Yeah, honestly, it's been a great time. It's been, even just before the stream, sitting in here, just going through it all has been so much fun. So thank you all for joining us. And of course, to Dylan for kind of walking us through a little bit of what's to come, including the stuff with the Dawning, the Street Fighter 6 partnership, the Doki Doki set that is no jokey jokey. Thank you, Dylan. We appreciate you taking the time.
No worries.
Had to get one more in.
Good. I'm sorry. All
Be
right.
free.
I'm excited to go home and get some hot dogs from Garden of Salvation that this man worked on. So deep sights. So
Tomato to hot dog. It's all right. It works out well.
What is going
It's we're all going mad in here. No. So thank you again to all you fine folks in the audience for joining us. To our fire team behind the scenes, obviously, Ashley, Justin, and Peyton, as always, for doing the heavy lifting. Thank you all so much for taking the time to join us. To the incredible crew here in-house that has the distinct challenge of trying to make me look good, Thank you all so much. It's a joy to be a part of something like this. And then, of course, ultimately, from all of us in here to all of you out there, thank you for taking the time to join us today. We appreciate getting a chance to hang out with you and show off a little bit of what we've been working on. But in the meantime, make sure to go ahead and follow us at Destiny the Game on Twitter, Facebook, really your platform of choice. And otherwise, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and we'll see you all Starside.
Yay! Well, that was certainly interesting. That was actually a lot of content. I'm excited to see where it goes. But for me, that would be all for now. That was exciting stuff. So let's hit that ending screen. I say thank you all so much for watching. I'm going to format this up and post it to the clan. That's all for me for today. We'll see how if a late stream happens. It might, but not gonna guarantee anything at this point. Cause I'm gonna go take a nap. Alright, thank you all for watching. See you tomorrow or later today. We'll see. You can follow being on the Discord. Standard stuff. Bye.